Their mission is to reduce youth alcohol and drug abuse and empower parents to raise drug-free children here in Southwest Florida. And they're making a huge difference in the lives of local families. I'm so happy to welcome Captain Lisa Barnes with the Cape Coral Police Department and Sergeant Dennis Petreka from the Lee County Sheriff's Office. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
So great to have you on. We're here today to talk about a program that has been happening for about 22 years, which is pretty amazing, the assistance and the information that you've been getting out there to local families. Talk a little bit about the program and what parents can expect, or anyone that wants to attend.
Well, it's basically the Drug House Odyssey set up with different plays that the students will walk through, seeing the dangers and the effects of drinking and driving, or drug driving as we see common nowadays. With that, they get to see the different things in there that's involved.
So why is it important to kind of show them, as we were talking during the break, to really start at a young age with your kids, the importance of, you know, what to do if someone offers you a drink?
It's really important to lay the groundwork early, that there's serious consequences to this, and that the kids can see what's right and what's wrong, and how to handle the situations when they get put in those situations, which is going to happen once they hit high school, college. And so we were trying to give them the tools now to make good, sound decisions, and to give families the opportunity to start the discussions at a much younger age, so that the kids know what to do, what not to do. And you, I mean, you were speaking, especially as a parent, it really is so important to make sure that they stay on track. We're talking about Drug House Odyssey, and it's one of Lee County's largest drunk driving, underage drinking prevention events. This is an important event too, because at this time a lot of agencies come together more than any other time. Can you speak to that a little bit and why that makes such a difference?
You have everybody from Cape Coral, Fort Myers, Florida Highway Patrol, the Sheriff's Office, some of the other local agencies that are in the area that all combined are involved in this. So it's not just one agency that's putting this together, and it's been that way for literally 22 years. So it's really good. And
Captain Lisa, can you kind of give us maybe a little a peek about what parents can expect? You know, if somebody does offer our kid a drink, what is the first step maybe that we should take?
Is to give them the tools to say no. That they're underage, that there's going to be serious consequences. And one of the things that Drug House Odyssey does is take them through the steps of what can happen. What happens in a drunk driving crash, what happens when someone gets hurt and someone dies, and what those consequences are.
And then you also say that it's important to problem solve with the kids. Why is that?
Well, with peer pressure and everything out there now, I mean, like Captain Barnes said, was that, you know, if you give them the ability to be able to make the right choice, then, you know, like everything else, from whether you teach children not to touch an oven that's hot, you know, giving them that ability that if they're, you know, approached, whether it be drugs or alcohol, they understand through the Drug House Odyssey, they'll see what the consequences, and there's a lot of things in there, from the actual crash to, you know, going to court. We're seeing somebody pass away due to, you know, making a decision that wasn't the best.
Which we certainly don't want it to go that way. Some of the skits that you mentioned, we were just showing some photos of what happens when you make the wrong choices. What about when they make the right choices, though? Is it important to reward them and acknowledge them and maybe focus on the strengths when they do make the good decisions?
Absolutely, because that's how they'll lead healthy, productive lives and be successful in whatever it is that they choose to do.
Now, this is a free event for parents or anybody that wants to attend, right? When and where can they do this?
The family night will be March 12th from 6 to 8 in the evening at Cape Christian on Chiquita Boulevard. It will be running that Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and we'll have over 2,000 fifth graders from across Lee County.
Yeah, you guys get such a huge turnout. I mean, that's really incredible. Do you see a lot of success stories down the road? I mean, what does it mean to you as local law enforcement to really be able to help the community and see these kids be on a good track? You know,
it's so nice when you see a kid 3 or 4 years later when they say, hey, I remember. Or, you know, I didn't do this because of what I saw there. We've had conversations at home. It's really important to us. That's when you know you've been successful. And if we save one life, then it's all worth it.
And Sergeant, what is the message that you really want parents to take away just from our interview today, or maybe coming out? What do you want the parents?
You want the parents to be open enough that they can talk about these things with the children and the children going through this. But I guess, I mean, going through the program, I mean, even with my own personal experience and my children, it brought out that where we were able to talk about it even more open, you know, being a law enforcement, you know, seeing both sides, but it brings out more in the families, and hopefully at dinner time they can talk about what they experienced and and through the future we won't have to deal with that.
Well, we certainly thank you both for the service you do to our community. Again, this is going on March 12th from 6 to 8 at Cape Christian Fellowship, and it's a free event, so go on out there and take part in that. Thank you again so much.
Thank you so much for having us.
You on. We'll go ahead and send it over to Chris.
Up next, the best thing you can wear is your smile. We'll speak to Dr. Flaherty about putting our best face forward. Stay with us.